Play some defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a shot downfield on the opening play is complete. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Watson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check. Check. 45.
Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
It's now 3rd down.
Mike, 45. Let's go, D.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got his target, Samuel. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Watson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the pistol, it's Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. A gain of 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. On the ground with a tight end. He is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 14. Look smoke. 14. Bring it. Bring it. He's checking up. He's checking. Oh.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Complete to Brandon Cooks. It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings...
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Check, 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 check.
Second and 10. And that's complete to Cooks. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 38. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day on this. Let's go,
Shoot. Watch the shoot. 56. Mike, 50.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Taylor. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's Watson. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Mike, 50.
On first down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game.
There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
That's their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A game there of 30 big ones. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Again they run with Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Taylor. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 7. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before. Because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. A short throw caught by Andrews. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
45. Mike, 45. Let's go one more. Kill.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion in Alabama, gets in for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Second and 15. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 11. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Watch the shift. 55. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. 45. 45. 31. 45. Bravo.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 4. Check 4. Check. Check. 24 is the mic. Got one. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
They try again with Cohen. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check, 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 check.
Back to throw here. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check 26. Check 26.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And the blitz does come. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Gurley again here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, 31.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now it's Gurley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on third and goal. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line, and he puts it home to likely get him through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, this is what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build-up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should.